Welcome back to the Caribbean Basin Power Authority channel. We are a Puerto Rico nonprofit corporation committed to ensuring that American citizens in Puerto Rico receive the same power quality and system integrity as those on the mainland. Together, we can foster a stronger, more resilient, and interconnected America. Underwater power cables have been used for decades to provide much-needed electrical energy and telecommunications connection to islands, remote places, and other areas like Puerto Rico that do not have stable on-site power sources. Nowadays, with the rise of offshore wind farms and other natural energy sources, many of these cables also go the other way, transferring power and energy from one country to another. As might be expected, these cables meet very high standards, not just for handling this amount of power, but also to withstand the many threats presented by the ocean floor. From the conductors to the insulation and armoring, these cables are truly a masterpiece of advanced technology. And given the global demand for undersea power cable, this has also led to an enormous increase in prices, with many of the cable designs costing as much as $500 per foot. When you consider the hundreds of thousands of miles of these cables currently crisscrossing the global seafloor, it is not hard to see the massive investment other countries are making in the transportation and distribution of energy to improve both energy security and the quality of life for their citizens.
In the past, you may have needed two cables. Now you can do it with one cable, the same power. That means it's much more cost efficient. And of course, the whole installation around it, the civil construction work will be more cost effective.
The manufacturing process of these powerful submarine cables varies widely depending on the voltage to be carried and the distance that needs to be traversed. The cross-section of each cable reveals high-quality cables inside layers of galvanized steel. A plastic tube, copper sheath, and a small quantity of petroleum jelly. Around that, a protective or aluminum tube is installed. The remaining components all serve to protect and shape the cable. They include an aluminum water barrier, stranded steel wires, polyester film tape, and a final wrap of plastic to protect the entire cable from damage and corrosion. To make cable installation easier, most manufacturing facilities place the cable directly onto large metal rollers, which can then be transferred onto laying vessels. This chapter gave an inside look at the technology behind undersea cables. Stay tuned for our next chapter, where we discuss the installation process and why this solution should have already been in place for Puerto Rico. Thank you for joining the Caribbean Basin Power Authority channel. Please visit our website, become a supporter of Project Equity, and receive updates to be the first to know about Project Equity's progress.